So in today's session, we'll be going to discuss about array methods. So however, we have the string methods. In the same way, we have the array methods also to deal with the arrays. So array is nothing but a group of values, right? But an array is a special value which can hold multiple values into one. That too, it have the capability of holding more than one value at a time. Okay, that's what we call it as an array, right? So basically we all already know how to create an array. So now if you go with the methods that will comes under arrays, so in this first method today we'll be going to discuss under arrays is push method. So does anybody have any idea about push? No one has checked array methods, right? Okay. Can you please be more specific? So generally there are many array methods which will do adding an items to the array or extracting items from the array, but each and every method solves a particular way of methods. So if you see here, the first one will be push. So push is an array method which will help us to push an item into an array at the last index. There is a difference between pushing at a particular index. So whenever you use the push method, your your item will be get pushed at the last index of the array. For example, let me take an example like variable fruits. Okay, so now let me give some fruits like banana, comma, orange. So these are the two fruits that I have. Okay, so now what I was doing, I was directly accessing this fruits variable and I was just using the push method. And here I want to push one more fruit into this. That is nothing but apple. Okay. So by default, my variable fruits have only banana and what it have, orange is there. But now when I use this push method, automatically what happened? One more fruit name is one more value is get added into my array. So now if you see, let us give me a minute. Don't want to waste time. Okay, so I can directly access my fruits here. So if I get back here and if I check in the console, if you see, I get added with apple also. That too, my apple is get added at the last index. So even if I add one more like apple and suppose okay, see how many values that you may add by using the push method, that many will get added at the last index of my array. So that's how my push method will work. Is it clear? Mm. Okay, cool. So now next one will be pop. So the same way, however push is working, pop will be working the in the similar way, but push is helping us to add an item to the array, but pop will be helping us to extract the item. Just give me a minute. Sorry. Okay, sorry. So let's continue with next method of nothing but pop. Okay. So as I was mentioning, push is helping us to push a value into the array at the last index. In the same way, my pop is helping out to delete the last occurrence of the array. For example, how it will work is, so let us use the same variable. Let's not to go for a new. So I'll do like fruits dot pop. Okay. So here if you see, I was not going to mention any value to it. Okay, I just given fruits dot pop. So if I just consolidate, so what should be our output now? Can anybody tell? Can anybody tell what will be my output? Banana or an apple. So now the method works properly. My supporter will be get deleted here, but it wasn't getting deleted. Why? Can anybody tell? So whenever you're using a methods, there is a syntax that you need to properly maintain. Okay. Now if you see, is my supporter get deleted or not? So like this, whenever you use any JavaScript predefined methods, you just need to don't forget about the parenthesis that is required, which will mention the particular method. If there is no parenthesis, it will be just like a normal keyword pop. Okay. So that's how my pop will help me to delete the last occurrence of the array. So push will help me to add at the last. Array will, sorry, pop will help me to delete the last. Got it? So next we'll go with the unshift. Okay. So unshift is very similar to the push method. So, but only difference is array. This unshift will help me for adding a new array at the first index. Yeah. So it is nothing but unshift. So now what I'll do, fruits dot unshift. Why it wasn't taken. Why it wasn't taking? Can you just give me a minute? Spelling is also correct, right? I have it first. Okay. Has been declared. Or not declared. After to be used. What the hell? No, it should be small. It was working. Some issue with this. The previous one, there is some issue. Okay, no issues. We don't want to waste our time. We just need to know the method, how it works. Okay. So now if you see, instead of fruits, I just considered item. So same content. But if you see, whenever I did dot and shift, and I was just adding a mango, and when I was accessing these items along with the banana and orange at the starting index, I get added with the mango, right? So that's how my unshift will work. But in the same way, I have one more method which is nothing but shift method. So what shift will do? Can anybody guess? Exactly. Items dot shift of. I'll just give items dot shift. That's it. Okay. Now if you see, let us go with the output. Shift and items. So now what will be my output? Can anybody tell me what I'll get output here by seeing this? Banana orange. That's what I'll get. Why? Because here, if you see, by using the unshift, I was getting added one index at the starting position, one value at the starting index. In the same way, by using the shift method, I was removing one method at the one value at the starting index. So push and unshift help us to add any values into the array at the starting and the ending indexes. At the same time, pop and shift will help me to delete the value at the starting and the sorry starting and the ending values. Okay, is it clear? Pop will help me to delete that the last, shift will help me to delete at the starting. Okay, so anybody have any doubts so far? Okay, are we good to go with the next topic? Next method. Okay, so Next one is a delete method. Okay, the next array method is the delete. So delete is very simple, that it will delete the value at whichever the index that you give. For example, items dot, okay, what I'll do, or sorry, it's the syntax, delete items of, I wanna delete here, which one? Mm, the orange. So what I'll do, what is the index of orange? So if I give like this, and if I try to access, sorry, now if you see what happened here, my in my array, my second value is get deleted or not, and it was mentioning that as empty. Why? Because by default I have an array at my, sorry, a value at my array position, the index of 1. But what I was doing, by using the method of delete, I was just deleting that particular value from my array and making it as a empty. That's why it was showing as the empty there. So whenever you wanna delete any value from a particular array, in such cases you will use the this delete. So delete is not only with work with the arrays. So there are many advantages and disadvantages that you're gonna get by using delete. Okay. So delete plays a very key role when you're dealing with the API's data. So like updating the old data, so deleting the old data and updating it with new, and these and all will be done by using some of these delete methods only. Okay, so try to check more examples on these array methods. Okay, cool. So next we'll be going to discuss about, next one is the slice. So is anybody have any idea what slice will do? No one. Okay, no issues. So let me go with value slide 1 to 10. But I don't need, so I can direct to you because I was accessing numerics. Okay, so I'll go with direct 9 and 10. Okay, I'll end with 9. So can anybody tell me what is the my last index here? Exactly. Okay. So now what I'll do, it's got numbers. Alright. So if you see here, I was one more time redeclaring and assigning it with a new value here. Okay, and I was giving slice of 2 comma, let me give 6. So here I have given two parameters. Okay. So here what these two parameters will help me to do in a slice is, here it will help me in extracting some portion. So we no need to edit the original array, and we need to create a new array. That means the first meter count, it will be act as the index value, and the second value count starts from 1, like same way in the yesterday we discussed. So not to get confused, let me add console so that it will be clear for you. Okay. Now if you see, I given 9 numbers. So what is the index I was starting at? 2, right? So then I was given a value of 6. So now if you go to the output and see what I got here, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what it was doing? So it will just take whichever the index that we given, and it will start extracting my data after that, and it will end extracting the data at the what is the second value that you given. For example, if I give it as 8, so now what will be my output? Sure, exactly. So what happened here? So I given 8th index, but still it was get out of, actually we have only 8 index here, right? But why it was taking until 8th number only? It should take until here, right? For example, if you add the index values, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in that case it should take until 8, but it was not taking until 8. Why? Same rule, starting index and the ending will be with the which thing? Minus 1. Is it correct or not? So let me try with 2 comma 5. So what will be my output? What will be my output? Can anybody guess? Let's see. See, is it clear? So how my slice will work? Slice will help me to extract some portion of my array. Okay, that too it is helping me to give it two parameters. One is for the starting index and one is for the ending index. And always my ending index will be starts with -1. Okay, clear? So now let's go with the next method, splice. So many people, everyone get confused here only. So there are two methods. One is slice and one is splice. So what is the major difference between these two is my slice will be helping me to extract only the data, but my splice will help me to both add and deleting some portion of an array. For example, let me take a new variable like I'll take bikes, like bikes. So I'll take bikes is equal to I'll give like BMW Prime TVS. Okay. So I have a group of values assigned to a variable called as bikes array. Array of the name of bikes here. So now what I'll do here. So parameter one, I'll same way. However, I have slice have two parameters. Here also I'm going to access two parameters. So what is the first one will do and what is the second one will do? We directly check with the which thing values. So let me give 2 comma 1. Okay, and also I'll not give 2. Okay, no issues. I'll give like I wanna replace with some bike. I will go with comma. Tell me a bike brand. Harley Davidson and comma. And Okay, Royal Enfield. So now what I'll do, let me console it. Bikes, and I'll do the same console here again. So you can see here, there are two outputs we are consoling here. First one should deal with the original data, and second one will deal with the updated data with the splice, right? So if I come here and if I reload here, so I was getting banana. Okay, hold on. So if you see here, the first value, original value I have is this one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 values I have. Then what I was doing, I given a value like 2 comma 1. So what it was basically doing, it was just telling that what is the index value that I need to access, and what is the value that I need to, how many values that I need to get added to it. So simply to say, so the first, the as I given 2 comma 1, right here I given 2 comma 1. So the 2 mentions that it was telling me where to add my new array. So new value where I need to add in that array. That's what my first value will tell. So the 1 will tell that after that particular parameter that you given where to start, it will delete one array. Okay. So if you see here, previously I have which brand? Kawasaki, BMW and Benelli. Okay. But here if you see Kawasaki, BMW, Harley Davidson and Royal Enfield. But there is one value missing in between these two. Which one? Benelli is getting missed. Why? Because so 0, 1, 2, right? Second index. So I was telling 2 comma 1. So what I was telling? So I was telling add at the second index and delete one index after that. So now if you see, I can see Triumph, TVS and Yamaha, right? So how many are there totally? 4. So for example, if I give 2 comma 4, okay. Now if you see the output, so what is the output here? Kawasaki, BMW. So whichever I added here, I was getting that, but I was deleting 4 values after the second index, as this value mentions what need to be deleted, and this value mentions where you need to add your content. That's what my splice will help me to do. So it is helping me to both add and at the same time helping me to delete how many values that I need to delete from an array. So when I give 2 comma 4, browser what it will do? First it will check in the index. How many index are there? Totally 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 index are there. So it will go to the second index 0, 1, 2. Okay. So what it will do? Immediately it will add the values that I have given here. So these two values are what, how many values I may give? It will add all those values. Then it will go with the second value 4. So it consider as, so as the user given 4 value here, I need to delete 4 values after this second index. So after the second index, what are the 4 values I have? Triumph, TVS, Yamaha, right? So if I have any other also, it will, sorry, totally I have Benelli also is there here. So from here it is starting Triumph, TVS and Yamaha. These 3 are coming. Okay, I have only 3. Oh. So it is going to delete all those. What the hell happened, man? So it is going to delete all those. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I want to start, as I was starting from this index, it will be 4 only. Okay. So the first value is mentioning me to start where I need to add the elements. Second value indicates that how many elements I need to delete from that particular index. Is it clear? Guys, is it clear? Splice, anybody have any doubts still? I'm asking you people. Try to answer. When I was asking you people, at least open your mouths and say something. How could I know whether you are able to understand or not? If you're not understood, I'll explain again. That's what I was asking you. Okay, cool. So is everyone clear with whatever the methods we discussed so far? Like shift, unshift, pop, push, delete, slice, and splice. This splice and slice you are going to use in many places. So don't tell lies. Okay. So try to check clearly. So next we'll go with the every. So there is a method in the array methods called as every. So this every method checks if all the array elements pass the given text function. So let me so this is some of the index that I was given for. We are going to check for the which one? Every method. Okay. So if I take a index like let me take which example. Okay, let me consider checking a user who and getting the data whose age is greater than 18 or not. Okay, so for example, so let me take a function and give like age array. Okay, age array is equal to sorry, function, right? I was doing mistake. I want to let me give a reasonable name. Check adult. 18 plus means adult only, right? So give a proper names. That's why I mention always give a proper names when you're giving any functions. So and I'll pass a parameter age. So you don't need to worry about what is the syntaxes I was writing because you're going to get learn about functions in the upcoming classes. Okay. So here just check about how every will work. That's enough. Mm, okay. Let me use some numbers. Okay, so now if you see my age array, we have multiple people with multiple ages like 34, 23, 20, 26, 12, 16, and 9. So here I have people who is greater than 18 or less than 18. Now what I need to do, I need to write a function like whenever there is a user who says I want to get each and every value, if everyone are greater than 8, greater than or equal to 18, I need to console a message like what is the message? Let me write some message. I don't want to mention anything. So let me take one more array. So each and every value I want to check, so I will be giving passing this function into this. Okay. So don't get confused with this. So I'll tell you what I was doing. Okay. So first I was creating one function where I was given a name called check adult, and I was passing one parameter which is nothing but age into it. Okay. So now then what I was doing, I was checking with a condition called if my given value is greater than or equal to 18 or not. Okay, so that's what I was passing. So then I need for this age where I was getting value from this array, age array I was getting. So when I give like this value is what I will do whenever I call this function here. If you see age array dot every check adult, so what it will do in this array, it will check each and every value by using this every method into this function. That means every time when the user runs this, so what browser will do, first it will check this function and then it will come to this constant, and first then what it will do, then it will come to this line. When it comes to this line, first what it will do, age array dot every, so first 34 it will take and it will pass into this function in the place of age. So here it will be now 34. So is 34 is greater than or equal to 18 or not? It is greater than or equal to 18. So it is true. So next 23 is greater than or equal to 8. It is greater than 18. So it is true. So it also comes makes true. But if you see this 12 and 16 and 9 are not greater than or equal to 18. So when I last check with the this value console it, so I'll get a value like false. Can anybody tell why I was getting false here? Because not every values that I have here are greater than or equal to 18. Some are less than uh, less than 18, right? So that's what my every method will do. This every what it will do, it will check each and every value in your array, and if everything is work given true, then only it will give the value as true. If any one value is passing as false to the function that you or the condition that you are giving, then it will pass as the false. So let me write one more thing like if not check. What is this not check? Can anybody tell me? Hmm? What is this not check? What it will do, yeah? I was asking you people. Exactly. So opposite of check. So all must be 18 years. Okay. So what I was doing, I was just checking with if everybody, if it is the check means what is the value that I'll get. Definitely I'll get value of false only, right? So if it is false, I'll not get anything. But if it is, sorry, if it is false, then what is the output I need? This is the output I need to give. Not check in the sense false. For example, if it is checked, if checked, am I getting that? No. When I'll get that? For example, if I delete all these things, now my value will be true or false here. So now if you see true, I was getting message. So I'll change like all are 18. See, I was getting. So that's how my every method will work. Every will help us to check the for true or false condition, which are based on the conditions that you pass to it for each and every value that have within it. Clear? Is it clear? Okay. So next method is the find. So find is nothing but find method help you to return the value of the first array element that satisfied the provided test function. So for example, so let's shift with the example directly. Okay, find, right? So let me take an example like let numbers is equal to 1349 something. I'll take. Okay, so I taken numbers like this. Okay, now I was sending a function like I want to check is all the numbers are even or not. Okay, so for that what I will do, I was writing a function. Let me pause. Even. So if I want to find each and everything is even, what is the number should be divisible to 2 or not? Divide by 2 equal to 0 or divide by 2 is not equal to 0, which is the condition? Hmm? Equal to 0. So if it successfully comes, then right, even number is equal to, I'll give like, so this within this numbers only I need to find, right? So numbers dot find of, so which I need to pass here. Check the above method and tell me what I need to do here. Hmm? Element or function? I need to pass the function, right? If I didn't pass function, how my element will check or what the elements will do? I need to pass the function here. Okay. So now when I pass here and when I try to console.log, what is the thing here? Even number. Okay. Even number, if I try to check, so what I was getting here? I was getting a value of 4. Okay. So what is this 4 mentions here? By checking this condition, can anybody tell? Hmm? Can anybody guess why I was getting 4? Hmm? For example, just go with 1 comma 3 comma 4. So is 1 will be divided by 2 is equal to 0. Is it true? What about 3? Is 3 divided by 2 equal to 0? Is 4 divided by 2 equal to 0 or not? So is 9 will be divided by 2 equal to 0. Is it true? Is 8 divided by 2 equal to 0? Is it true or not? But why I was getting only 4? Because my find method will give me the output of only the first array element that satisfied this condition, not all the kind of elements which satisfies my condition. For example, if I give like 6 comma here like this, so now if you go to the output, see what I was getting here, 6. Why? Because 6 is the first element that satisfying my condition, even condition. Okay. So even though 4 and 9, 8 are satisfying, I don't need to worry about those. Why? Because I want to worry about only the first occurrence, first element which is satisfied. Got it? That's what my find will do. So find method return the value of the first array element that satisfied your provided test function. Is it clear? So anybody have any doubts here? Okay. So now next one will be the similar to this. So which is nothing but includes. So generally what includes means, tell about in the general way what it means when you're talking about include. So it will add, or else even it will say like it will checks also, checking is they include in this, is there included into this work, or is there any people newly included in this class, right? So checking, right? So same way here in JavaScript, my include method, what it will do, it will help me to checks if an array has a certain value among its entries. So if you go with let me go with the syntax first, it will be helpful for you people. So syntax will be like array dot includes. So I'll be passing here two parameters. Okay. So value to find, sorry. So value to find is the first parameter, which is mandatory. Second one is the second parameter is from index, from where you need to check. So here, first parameter is mandatory, but second one is a optional. You don't need to mention every time the second parameter. So for example, let me take like example, like let languages, I'll take languages is equal to Java script, comma Java, comma React.js. So I given three values here. So now what I was doing, I need to, let's try include method, what it will do. So let check is equal to okay, already I have a scope name called check. So languages dot, what is the method we are using? Includes, right? Includes. So what I need to pass here as per the syntax that I given, I need to check if the value that I was passing is there in this or not. So Java is a value I need to check, right? So what I was doing by using the include method, I was checking whether this value, this parameter is there inside of my array or not. So if I try to console the value, okay, something is happening. That's what happened. Script got deleted. Okay. So now what I did, first I declared a array with particular languages, and then I was checking in that languages whether I have a language named Java or not. By how I was checking? By using a method called checking. So when I did that, what I was getting? I was getting a Boolean value like true, right? Why? Because there is a value assigned here. Java is available. For example, if I make it Java like this, so now what will be my output? Can anybody tell me? Can anybody tell me what will be my output now? False. Why? Because as I already mentioned, JavaScript is a case sensitive. So even capital letters and small letters matters a very lot. So here I was mentioning capital J, but here I was mentioning small j. But if I make it as a capital and if I try to check now, it is true. Clear? Okay. So that's how my includes method will help me to check if there is any particular value or not. So what is the difference between every and this includes? Every it will just check all the values. Includes will check for a particular value here. Got it? So that's the major difference between every and the includes. Clear? But both will return a boolean value for you, whether true or false. So next method we'll be going to discuss is the keys and values. Okay, so this keys method is a new this keys method returns a new array that iterates objects that contains the keys for each index in an array. So simply to say, for example, I'll write it here only. Okay, so I'll do like mm, let iterator. I was taking a variable okay with the name of iterator, let block level scope. So now what I'll do, languages, right? So languages dot keys. Okay. So I already mentioned you when we are dealing with the which thing, data types, objects and array of objects. Objects will have a which type of data, keys and values. Is everyone clear with that? I'm asking you people. Is everyone clear with that concept, keys and values? I should get the same thing, right? Languages dot keys. Keys is properly keys. Then I was checking it was just iterator value I was trying to access. Why it was throwing an error? I should get a value. What is the output I should get? Can anybody guess? I should get a value of 0, 1, 2. Why it wasn't working? What the heck, man? Hmm, let me do it. Oh, it wasn't taking any value here. And that's true. Should work. So just give me a minute. Let me run it here only. Uh, ABCD. Yeah. So the method is working, but it was not giving us the output. So let us check what is the circulator. So, but I'll just explain briefly what these keys and values will do. So when you go with the object, each and every object will have a key and a value pairs, right? So when I was accessing key, so what it will give, it should give 0, 1, comma 2 is the output that I should get. So when I was trying to access the value, I should get these things: JavaScript, Java, React.js. Why? Because you already know in the objects will always have a key value pairs. 0 JavaScript, 1 Java, 3 2 will be React. Like that, it will be assigned in an object. So that values can be accessed by using this key and value pairs by using these iterated methods. Okay, but it wasn't working, no issues. Okay, so we'll check it in later. So next I'll try to do like entries method. I'll try to check what is the output I'll get. Okay, so how these entries will work is same way. Okay, Which one it is? Where is my bikes? Bikes. So I'll use the console only here for developing. So my bikes have values. So what I'll do here, let it is equal to a for loop. Entry is the method here. Okay. Don't get confused. Entry is my method here. So I was just checking just entry of bikes. Now I was just giving entry method into the bikes. Okay. Why I wasn't getting values? There is something within US6. Okay. So usually it should give with index value basically, but it wasn't giving me index value. No issues. I'll just go with an example and I'll come back with these keys, values, and entries. Okay. So there are three methods that I just want to skip and I just want you people to go through. So those are join method, okay, which is very easy to understand. Okay. So and also next one will be the sort method and sum method. Sum and sort. So you people try to check these three and also try to check these entries and keys and values. Okay. Keys and values are the two methods. Keys, values, and entries that is there on the top. So you people try to check this. Along with this, try to check the different other array methods which are there. Okay, as I already mentioned you, array methods, without methods, you can't do anything in JavaScript or frameworks. So each and everything depends on the these things only. Why? Because when you get the data, how you need to push it, how you need to extract the data, or how you need to manage like deleting, updating, everything will be done by using methods only. So don't ever take these concepts as very late. That's why I mentioned basics are very important in the starting classes. So how this, however, we have seen very less methods here. In the similar way, there are many more methods that you can see in the when you check in the array methods. Okay, so each and every method that you'll use at least once is when you're dealing with a project, that much powerful and that much important my array methods are. Is it clear? Okay, so try to go through all these methods, okay? Like entries, keys, values, join, summon, sort along with the other array methods. Okay, so tomorrow we'll be going to discuss about predefined objects, math, and if possible, math is completed quickly, then we'll be going to deal with DOM and BOM elements. Clear? Okay, then. So is anybody have any doubts that we had so far, that we discussed so far? Online people, anybody have any doubts? I was asking everyone. Okay, then you people try to continue with this task. Okay, same task. So today you need to just check with the all the array methods. You need to note it down in a document and just share in the group. Okay. So if you face any issues, try to just ping. Okay. Clear. Thank you guys. Have a nice day. Bye.